The way these gas prices looking, if I leave my house, I'm fucking.
Oh yeah, 1,000. We not even.
We drove an hour and a half away here.
We're not debating.
Does the show come with gas gift cards or what?
Dog, it's like, bro, it's
no debate.
4:39 by my house. I'm in Florida, yo.
This is me flirting. If I'm driving to your house, this is me courting you on the phone. That's the phone call. That's the text throughout the day. That's not
Dog.
debatable now.
I just really hate the people saying that. Oh, bro, why are you complaining about gas? You gonna spend it anyway. Like, fam, if we don't complain, the price not gonna go down.
True.
Yeah, we definitely we gotta step up to the plate for that one, bro.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
for real. Man, welcome to another episode of
These Are the Aesthetics.
I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. the Hood Journalist, a.k.a. address me as a broadcaster, a.k.a. talk to me dirty, not flirty. What's up with you, Gary?
Shit. And I'm your host, Gary, a.k.a. In Gary We Trust, a.k.a. your influencer's influencer, your sneaker plug's plug.
All right.
Hold on.
We starting to lose sight here. This nigga call himself Nike.
Hey, man, it's all right. It's all right.
Are you a bot? You just described a bot.
Hey, man,
But yeah, man, we have some very special guests.
Yeah,
Gary,
man.
go ahead and introduce the guests.
Yeah, man. The guests right here that are here today, I actually actually the moment I got into the shoe game, you guys were literally all over my timeline, going on the old Facebook groups like Souls and Hoes, seeing you guys cop every limited sneaker. Like, literally, became a fan of y'all for over 10 years now. Like, y'all one of the reasons that y'all fueled the sneaker game in South Florida. So right here, we're with Kick Squad, everybody, man.
Hey, what's good? What's good? So it's Crizzy, aka where the hell are my shoes? AKA address me as director, not videographer.
Oh, okay.
Talk to these niggas. Talk to these niggas.
All right. I like it.
What's up, everybody? It's Axel, aka I have more shoes than your boyfriend.
Oh,
Okay.
I like that.
Aka my closet costs more than your house down payment.
Not to be confused with the drill producer, Axel. But yeah, he's
I don't
here in
make
the
beats.
flesh.
I don't make no beats.
Dog,
I like
man.
that.
Yo, so how's everyone feeling, man, before we start?
First of all, they lied. They said they were nervous. They came out swinging.
Put our AKAs to shame.
Right? But how's everyone feeling? How's the week been treating y'all? How's business? We can take turns answering that, and we'll go across the room, I guess. I'll start with you.
Everything's been good. You know, this week has been great. We just finished 305 days. Shouts out to 305
I've
days.
seen that.
His girlfriend coordinated that. She did an amazing job. We sold a lot of candles. We saw a lot of kicks. It was a great event overall, and yeah, just taking it day by day. Saturday, there's an event at Unknown. Are you going or no?
I didn't even peep.
Yeah, they're releasing those ones that are coming out, the shadow with the writing
See,
all over them.
we don't get into it. Like, these niggas is always on beat about
Right
everything.
then. That's what's up.
We'll get into
we
it.
probably got that next. We're gonna go to that. You guys should come if you guys want to.
I'm
but
free.
Everything good. Everything good.
Yeah, everything's great. Can't complain. Like he mentioned, 305 Day was a success. We did great. So many people were messing with us. People were coming up to our tables and just going crazy over the candles. You know, we had to bring you guys a gift.
I peeped that. I peeped that.
That's
they're
the
dope.
Jordan
That's
11
dope.
right there. We have the Jordan 3. Everything's been good. Business has been good. Just you know what it is, a daily struggle. So we just gotta keep pushing. You know what I mean?
That's dope, man. That's dope. With me, I'm good. I really can't complain about much. The only thing I would say, if you want to get into some real shit, I felt like my GPS for life kind of lost signal a little bit recently. But we gonna pick back up. You know, it's like a little setback for a major comeback. That's all. But at the end of the day, I'm straight.
Well, for me, everything is all right, man, as far as mentally and health wise. But I mean, I'm going through a transition right now as far as my job. Some stuff are happening out of my control, but As long as we're alive and we're young, we just gotta pray for a better day. You get what I'm saying? So, but besides that, man, just wake up, no excuses. Still go out there and do what you love and do what makes you happy. And I think that's what we are here doing. So
it's a facts, man. It's gonna be a good show. So right before we get into the fire cap segment, there's a lot of heat going on today. So can we get into like the shoes everybody is wearing? What you wearing, Chris?
I'm wearing the Union 4s. What was the name of these? I forgot.
I think the Tope.
These are the Top Haze. Yeah. The Top Haze or Topes, however you pronounce it. Yeah.
I'm wearing the same Union 4s, the Off Noir, Noir, however you pronounce that.
And both have the unstitched tongue too.
Yeah, they look way better. If you have Union 4s, unstitch the tongue because they look ridiculous with that tongue folded in.
Yeah,
I like the folded tongue. I'm not against it. He's not a fan of it, but
I folded my bread forest for like 2 days. I'm like, I feel like an idiot doing this shit. I folded it, but then I unfolded it. I didn't stitch it.
Short on that, right?
Not really. If you really like freaking like use your finger muscles, that shit will stay down, dude. I was a hype beast that week, obviously. What you gonna Cheech?
I feel like we were all a little bit of hype beast.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't come out too crazy today. I went the cozy route. These are Adidas. I think that model is called Young 96. It's one of the more comfortable shoes. When the dad sneaker wave started, that's one of the sneakers that I think Kylie was signed to Adidas. Well, she was wearing Adidas Heavy at one point, and that's one of the shoes she broke out besides the Stan Smith that she made all the girls go crazy for. So, but I kind of like the dad aesthetic that it's giving, and it's comfortable. The padding inside is, I feel like I'm walking on clouds right now.
I fuck with it. Man, the older you get, the more comfort you need.
Facts.
And the shoe I got on today, the shoe I'm wearing today, this is the re-release. This is the Miami Night 8. And I actually wore this shoe specifically for this episode because this is the shoe that made me a fan of y'all.
For real?
Yeah, man.
When came out on the news because of that shoe, remember?
Yeah,
I remember, like, when I saw, like, when y'all had, like, your YouTube channel, and you guys saw, how many days were y'all camping for the shoe?
It was about 2 to 3.
2, and then from there, we left to
the third day.
House of Hoops, but that's a different story. But we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Yeah, man. Yeah, but this shoe definitely is, like, one of my favorites. Even though you can't even, it used to go for $2,000. Now you can't even sell it for $200, but it's still, like, one of my favorite sneakers of, like, my upbringing in the sneaker community. So, again, to the Fire Cap segment, the first thing we're going to talk about is Supreme and Burberry.
Yes. For the sneakerheads or the dads that love fashion that are expecting, I call it. Because I don't know, for some reason the culture assimilate the Burberry button up to the baby showers. So that used to be that's a running joke forever now. But I think it's dope that Supreme is collaborating with a brand like Burberry. I think Ricardo Tisci is there as the head creative director, and they're going through that transition when they appointed Tremaine Emery as the head.
He put his work in early.
In there, so I kind of like collaborations because high fashion is going the streetwear route anyway. So as long as they're highlighting and paying homage to the brands that kind of funnel that transition, then I'm cool with that. I'm all in support of it. I can't wait to see the price points.
Oh, the prices came out. The prices came out today.
I'm supporting from afar right now.
How about y'all?
It's a cool collab. The Louis Vuitton collab obviously was one of the craziest collabs to ever come out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really too much of a fan of Burberry, so I don't like the print. Supreme is dope. They do drop some dope stuff here and there, but it's not particularly something I would buy.
Okay.
But it is a dope drop, though.
This is definitely the new Axel speaking, by the way, because he switches up.
Yeah, I would have bought that 10 years ago.
Yeah.
and won the whole.
I'm gonna send you a picture so you can post it right here of him wearing the Burberry and the watch too. I remember
and the belt.
We need that. We definitely need that.
Go put it right here.
Look forward and send that, I promise. Because he was a big fan. I remember going with him to Nordstrom or something and buying the Burberry watch.
The socks too, huh?
Almost.
Actually, I had a tie. When we did a photo shoot at Soul Zinc for the What shoe? For the cork LeBrons.
Oh,
for the cork
Oh,
LeBrons.
that's for the cork LeBrons.
That shoe
They
haunts
had
me.
to wear a suit and
Oh,
the
so-
tie too. The tie was Burberry too.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm actually surprised you didn't fuck with it because, bro, as long as I've known you, you've been the designer guy.
Yeah, but I'm more into like just all-in designer, not collaborations like that. I mean,
Okay.
Lanvin and Gallery Department have a collab coming out. The second drop.
Yeah, that
I don't know if you guys saw the first one. Now they
I
have the
peeped
second
it.
drop coming out, and I mean their stuff is pretty fire. I like Gallery Department too because their stuff is very vintage. So for example, they would print, let's say, Gallery Department on a shirt like this. And if you're a fan of vintage and you also want to be up to par with the streetwear, I mean you got the best of both worlds.
Bet.
Okay.
But yeah.
I think it's something cool for the culture. You know, it keeps pushing things forward, and you know, people keep collaborating. You know, brands keep collaborating. I feel like it's something that they should start doing more often. Hopefully, who knows? We'll probably see Adidas and Nike collab on something like that. Would be crazy. Gucci Balenciaga collab. They do a lot of them. I'm not against them, but I personally won't buy it. For sure, I definitely would not buy it. I don't spend my money on designer at all.
Unless it was Bad
I'm very minimalistic.
Bad Bunny, he would
Yo, I love this slight jazz.
Shout out to Bad Bunny. I got 2 out of the 3 pairs from the first drop. I'm working on getting the dash shoes now, the yellow ones.
Yeah.
And I want to get the.
We met him at WrestleMania.
Yeah, we did meet
Can
up.
I ask a question?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, where are you from? That's first of all.
I'm born and raised Miami, Florida, but my mom's Cuban, my dad's Dominican Republic.
Okay, because maybe I don't get it. I understand why the girls go crazy for Bad Bunny, but what makes him like compare him to an American artist so I could see the level of fandom? Because
I
like
can
because
see it.
I don't
I can
speak.
see it.
I could see people go crazy for him, but I'm like compare him to some because I know Daddy Yankee like his influence and shit like
Honestly, like
For
Daddy
Oakland,
Yankee is
yeah.
like the Jay-Z of Spanish,
Okay.
and then you got Bad Bunny that right now he's like the Drake.
I can see that.
That is just like obviously he's completely like different than Drake. Like he dresses,
obviously.
he does weird photo shoots and things like that. Which you know, hey, if that's
more
what he
like a
wants,
Young Thug,
yeah,
like
he's
more
more,
popular.
yeah, but on a different level, like a different tier.
Like Drake
Even though
level.
Young Thug's huge, though, don't get me wrong. Like Young Thug is, you know, at least top
Okay.
10 for
Wait,
sure.
so that even if you talk about that, then I'm gonna answer my question about the Burberry ship. So how do y'all view Pitbull?
Pitbull, nah, he's home team, bro. He's, you know what I mean. He's home team. That's forever. Somebody that's represented Miami forever. You know, I've met him a couple times. Super great person. He walks in the room, shakes your hand, tells you his real government name. He don't go by Pitbull. Super, bro. He's super nice guy. On time. Like he's one of the artists that I've been in front of that he shows up on time. He's not an hour late, 2 hours late, 3 hours
Does he
late.
always have a suit on?
pretty much, unless he has a little
That
fly,
shit fly.
little polo
That shit
tee.
fly.
Hey, that's you know.
All right,
Yo.
cool. I just wanted the clarification because like usually I see women going crazy over him, and the music like goes crazy in the clubs.
Yeah.
But I'm like because I don't speak the language, I don't understand the magnitude.
No,
of
he's
his
huge, bro, and
stardom.
you know, not to get too much into him, you know, but he definitely is an artist that has changed the culture by completely.
I
You
saw
know,
the
he's-
Drink Champs interview.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
Spanish, him and J Balvin.
yeah, him and
I
J
was gonna say,
Balvin.
where you guys rank J Balvin? Because I know
Yeah.
in the fashion
Uh,
going crazy.
Balvin's up there.
He's
right there
definitely
with Bad Bunny.
he's definitely up there. I'm not. I like his music. I'm not a fan of all his like his whole albums and stuff, but J Balvin is definitely up there for sure.
Okay, shit. Cool. So back to go back on track. The Supreme Burberry collab. I actually fuck with the collab heavy, and this might be an unpopular opinion. I think it's
Oh,
one
you
of.
got a baby on the way.
All right, relax. Let's relax. This is not true. We clear that out. This is not true.
What Nori be doing on Jinxes? A round of applause.
Relax.
A shot.
Let's not speak things into the near future. But with the Supreme Burberry collab, I think it's one of Supreme's best collabs, in my personal opinion. I think it was tastefully done. Because the second people hear about Supreme Burberry, you're thinking, oh shit, you're gonna see print everywhere on the socks, underwear, everything, the skateboard, even though it's on the skateboard. But it was just tastefully done. Like my favorite pieces is like the rugbies.
Okay, I thought you was gonna say the hoodies.
I ain't gonna lie, the box logo is hard, and then like what I love more about the brand too is that it's actually affordable because it's not made by Burberry, it's made by Supreme. So the hoodie is retailing like $200, the shirt's like $54. So it's really just Burberry just like putting their name on Supreme's quality, which is dope. So it should be accessible. Yeah.
It's not coming out here though. Not in Miami. New York and LA only.
There's no Supreme store in Miami.
No, Burberry, because you know the Tiffany.
Oh yeah,
Supreme
I remember that.
It dropped in the design district in the Tiffany store.
That makes sense. That makes
They
sense.
should put a Supreme store out here, bro.
Yeah,
They
feels
do.
much-
They do.
We
But
got
I
everything.
feel like they're trying to control that culture.
Yeah,
you know?
the
They're
niche.
definitely trying to control it. No, but it's cool.
All right, so wrapping up the Fire Cat segment. This is actually, I want to say it's not a surprise, but it's technically still a surprise because everyone was talking about it for like 2 days straight. Nike is removing product from apparently all Foot Locker stores. I think it's a cap a little bit. I think it's hard to remove all Nike product from all Foot Lockers because I feel like you're gonna need that product into like the big locations, like in the Foot Lockers in Miami and everything. But how I feel about it, it makes sense because safe like you go to, we always clown it all the time, the Boynton Mall. There's 4 sneaker stores selling the same shit. Do we really need to sell freaking white Air Forces in 4 different locations? And if each store has like, let's say, like 20 pairs, why not just have 100 pairs in one store? And what makes it worse is that because I've worked in a sneaker store for like 4 years, it's kind of hard to compete with other stores because some people might have other shit that you don't have, or they have more stock than us. And at the day, the district managers are yelling at us saying that, if they made their goal, how come you did it, motherfucker? Because yeah, they're probably by the food court and and think about it. So like it makes sense. There's too much. Basically, Nike is trying to cut out the middleman to like make their bread, which makes sense because as far as like during COVID, they realized we made more money not going through Foot Locker, so why not? Yeah. So what's our take on the subject?
I think that you have a good point. I ain't even go into it that deep. I just feel like now it's going to be a little harder to even get anything like Nike Jordan product. You know, is it just Nike or is it Jordan?
I don't know. That hasn't been announced yet, but they said Nike's trying to remove like I guess their production.
Most likely,
yeah,
yeah.
Jordan
Most
brand is
most
under
likely
Nike,
Jordan's
so-
out is with them too. So I just feel like they're just making it harder for people to like. And one of the reasons probably too is that whole Nike situation that went down when those Air Forces were selling out at each store. People were going crazy buying 20, 30 pairs.
Even
I
like
feel
that
like
VP's son and shit.
yeah, they're trying to control their market, and as a brand, I get it, but it's definitely going to be much harder
For the average consumer.
for the average consumer to get something, especially now that the market's skyrocketed. I think it just depends, man. There's people for everything. There's people that don't collect sneakers. And then there's people that wear Nikes that are just runners, and they buy it just for the comfort and, a little bit of the look, but they don't really care about it being a fucking, an 11 or a Jordan 1 or an Air Force 1, you know what I mean? So, but it depends, like I said, it varies. But I think it's cap. I think definitely going to go with cap. They shouldn't remove it completely.
I hear that. What about you, Axel?
So in order for me to give an honest opinion, I feel like I would need more information. I mean, that statement is a little bit too broad. Nike removing their products. I feel like we need to know what they're removing. Are you removing limited drops only? Are you removing
Publicist games.
Are you removing
that's what
Air
I meant,
Forces? Are you removing running shoes? Do you plan on taking 20% of each category? I mean,
It's a big demographic, like sneakers, we're in the culture, so we know what it is, but then there's so much more people out there that are not part of the culture and just are consumers. So it's like
there's people that spend $300 on running shoes.
yeah, exactly like
Those Nike.
you have a lot of people like tourists that fly down, Brazilians, Argentinians that come down just to
I'm
buy
sure
all
you've
that here.
seen
You
them
know
at
what I mean?
Sawgrass.
Oh,
right there.
1000%.
Luggages and
Yeah.
all the Nike, no boxes. Throw the boxes away.
Venezuelans, like a lot of
Straight
people just
Nike.
come down. Yep.
Yeah.
What about you, Cheech?
I feel about it. I stand with Axel on this one because I feel like they weren't clear enough on what they're doing, and it could be a rollout for something else. It could be a rollout for a new partnership. It could be a rollout for a new Nike store now in every mall. Like, they got so many tricks and so much money up their sleeves that they could literally do anything. But, I mean, that's the leverage we all want as a business person. It's like, oh, shit, pandemic or not, my stocks are booming, my sales are booming, and I could cut out the middleman. Okay, that just puts you in a different tier now. Now you could negotiate better, and you could deal directly with your consumers. I mean, I don't think they're gonna. For them to remove all products, that would mean you would have to use the sneakers app.
Yeah.
To get stuff. The sneakers app gets a bad rep. So I think they're doing they're revamping the brand right now, or they're in a transitional stage.
Can
That's what
just
I
to chime in on that, it's also gonna because we're not gonna like say any speak no names or say any names or nothing, but there's a lot of stores that backdoor.
Oh,
1,000%.
From big chains to small local retailers. So it's that's gonna affect a lot of people if they decide to remove all their product. You know what I mean, off of every shelf. So it's that's gonna mess up the resellers. Trust me, they're trying to really control the market. They're literally
again, it's leverage. I think they understand their power, and they kind of give you a taste of what you could do, and then now they just pulling that shit back.
Exactly.
So.
Well, supposedly they're implementing a new sneakers, and I don't believe it because regardless, there's gonna be people that are not gonna win and are not gonna get the shoe. But they said within the next coming weeks that we're gonna start seeing the differences. So let's see what they come up with. Hopefully, more people can have access to the shoes.
But I believe when I see it.
I mean, all in all, I think it's unfair to the average consumer because I know some dudes even back to my middle school and high school days that Air Force One is a staple in their collection, and they like to have access to go to the mall and take that trip and buy a crispy pair whenever they feel like it. For the last minute shoppers that have an event to go to, they don't want to order that shit and wait for it for 7 days. I want to go to a mall and grab something. And obviously I don't have Nike in the stores now. I got to deal with Adidas and look at New Balances and Asics. No knock to those brands, but I'm just saying the nostalgic and just the simplicity of the Air Force One. That's just as one example.
That right there is another example. You see, it's just so many factors to this, And watch it's like monkey see, monkey do. One does it, Adidas gonna start to do it.
1,000%.
And then everybody's gonna start to do it. You know what I mean? It's just gonna become where everything is kind of the
digital. Yeah.
They're gonna see. Oh wait, Nike saved 20% on profit on freaking. They're making 20% more on their product. Obviously, it's just gonna happen.
These brands don't really need a middleman.
They really don't.
They don't need it.
No.
They're literally.
I think it's accessibility. That's what the word I'm looking for. Is they want direct access to customers, which you always want as a brand. But I think the landscape of just the market has changed a lot because of the pandemic. So it's again, if we can save cost to not send out trucks to these stores and ship things out and people can buy it directly, why not?
Yeah, so they don't have to sell it in bulk anymore.
They save a lot of money. I make a lot of money too.
That's true. So obviously, the name Kick Squad. So you guys, honestly, is it safe to say you guys started around the early 2010s? Did you guys 2010, 09, 2011?
It's 2010, 2011.
Yeah, it was definitely around 2010, 2011 that we started it. All
right. So how I gotta ask you because you guys told us off camera that you guys got the name from Brick Squad to Kick Squad. So I gotta ask, so how did the group form?
So basically the group formed one day I was scrolling through Facebook and I think I was on one of these pages, like one of those sneaker pages or the forums or whatnot. And then I come across Team Soulfly. I don't know if you remember them.
I remember them.
You remember them?
I did some research earlier. I remember them.
Well, I think one of Marcos. I think he's living out in LA right now, and a few other boys.
And the twins.
The twins. Yeah. They're actually, and Alex too. Alex was part of it. We're still cool with all of them. We follow them on Instagram. Shouts out to them, bro. They I believe it was that I saw that. I saw them and I'm like, yo, this is fire. But they were out of in Broward, Fort Lauderdale, or I think around this area. So I was like, man, we should do something in our neighborhood, our school, And we were really already into sneakers, so it was it just made sense. And everybody in school knew that we had sneakers. Mainly him. He had so many sneakers. I had sneakers, but real talk, Axel had the collection. So we saw the Team Soulfly. We said, yo, let's do it. And then we were on the phone yo, what should we name it? We were just throwing names. We were saying funny names. I don't remember two, but I know we were just cracking them. And then he likes bricks. He was in love with Brick Squad. He was a fan.
Not in love. I like them. Not in love.
You were supposed to say Waka Flocka every other week, dog.
Exactly. He was obsessed with the whole Gucci Mane.
The movement as
Brick Squad.
He was in love with the movement, not necessarily.
You wanted dreads at one point. Come on, dog.
Stop capping, bro. Come on. Nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, he mentioned, he goes, yo, what about Kick Squad? And I was like, yo, that's it right there. Like,
Yeah.
let's run
At
with that.
first, he didn't like it though, just because of the relation to Brick
Brick
Squad.
Squad.
Yeah, I was kind of second guessing at first, but then I was like, yo, you know what? It makes sense. And then we created kicksquadmiami.blogspot.com, which was long as hell, but we were able to push that. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, we hit like 100,000 views, right?
Not
At one
more.
point.
We were at
At
like
a million, I think.
half a million,
Dog.
like website clicks.
Bro,
Yeah.
so basically with you guys, like you guys started to make like headlines. You guys were becoming more noticed like rapidly. And I realized there was 4 of y'all. And obviously when you see basically a group of anybody, you see just a group of fly niggas, like no one in the clique looks slumped. So basically if there's a group of dudes and no one looks slumped, there's gonna be eyes on you regardless. So I want to say is one of the things you guys are most known for, y'all were freaking 10 toes down at sneaker campouts.
Oh, yeah.
So
Always.
I would always see pictures, videos of you guys damn near copping damn near every shoe. So please tell me what is your views on camping back then versus now?
I mean, you can't even camp out now. Realistically, you have to.
Everything's sold out.
Like the only
online.
the only store we know is unknown, and they're
Once
like,
in a while,
Yeah,
that's
they'll
once in a
say
while.
like first come first serve, like here and there, you know.
Yeah.
And
But I mean, I prefer camping out because it guarantees you the shoe.
it's like how bad you want.
Exactly. So that shoe we had to camp out for back then. If that shoe had the hype it had now, you probably wouldn't be wearing it because you would have had to try and get it on sneakers. It was gonna be damn near impossible if it was popular because LeBron's died out, unfortunately, because those are fly.
Yeah.
That's a Miami shoe. You
For
think
sure.
Miami sneaker related?
This is the shoe in the
Miami
South
Night
Beach.
and the South Beach. Like those shoes, 2 shoes define Miami. And I mean, now you have to get lucky or pay resale, which 9 times out of 10 I'm paying resale, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
that's the day and age that we live in now.
Yeah, when you get older, you just say man, fuck them lines. I'd rather just pay the bread at this point.
I'd rather make the lines.
Really? You really sit in the lines?
Yeah, imagine
You
the,
have patience, man.
imagine the Galaxy phones right now spending $1,500 as opposed to spending $200 when they came out. You save yourself $1,400, $1,300. I'd rather camp out.
I gotta hear from
Fine.
Chief. So what was your viewpoint on the lines back then? Back in the day?
I tried it a few times and it was never my thing because I feel like unless I don't know because maybe it's because I'm a smaller guy. I don't know. It was always a fight, or it was like the same dudes you just saw at the club or in line at this morning, or you see the parents that don't even know what the fuck they picking up. They just in line because my son sent me a crazy picture.
Shit, bro.
So it was just like a whole bunch of standing in a line full of lost people.
Yeah.
Everybody is here, and everybody is fighting for a size that's possibly is not even their own size.
It's not even there.
You get what I'm saying? So
half
you-
of the people weren't there at those campouts. They
I got
would
bit like
disappear.
Yeah, so it's like even if at a point where I was wearing grade school, when I would go for a grade school shoot, it's like 10 parents already trying to cop it, and then you hear, oh man, size 6s or 7s is sold out. And then now you've been standing in line for hours, you didn't eat shit.
Bro.
It's like,
That's why you have to be first.
Yeah,
That's why we
I'm not
always-
gonna lie. We were very strategic with it, like super strategic.
Y'all had the list, right?
We had a list, but not
Always,
only
bro.
the list. My first camp out ever was for the Space Jam 11s back in 2009, I believe,
man.
right? 2009 when they
I
dropped.
remember being at
Yeah.
Soccer
Yeah,
at
so
Mall that day.
I was at Nike Town and Sunset Place, and that's when they were still open, obviously. And I was there, and I was for sure. I think I was like 13 or like somewhere in that, or maybe a little bit past 20. And they had a lot of pairs, but after that, I started noticing. I'm like, all right, we have to beat the people. So like, we have to beat them here. And for the Galaxy phones, it was crazy. I had seen, I'm the type that I move quick. I don't like to sleep on shit. So we saw a post and campers already in New York camping for the Galaxy phones. It's been a week. A week? What? Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean a week? Like, we had to wait a week to get the shoes. And I told them, like, yo, we're going to have to do it. They're going to start doing it here. Like, we need to go line up.
We were 1 and 2 right here.
Yeah, 1, 2, and then our boy,
Only 12 pairs.
yeah, they only had, our boy Andy was there too.
Yeah.
He was 3, and then we had, that's the thing, we were very strategic with it though. We were like, move quick, but then we had other boys that were like, older than us, bigger than us. We were still kids, I'm a big dude, but at the time I was still a kid. So it's like, if some dude
facial
would
hair,
come and
nothing, yeah.
try me,
Yeah,
like, obviously,
exactly.
like, I'm gonna have to get into it, I'll probably win or not, but who knows, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we had, friends like that were there that were much older, shout out to Amo, shout out to Nelson, Jean as
But
well.
see,
Remember Jean?
I never had that.
Yeah, I
'cause
never had that either.
even now, like at this age, like his parents would get him a pair of 11s for Christmas, or he could call his dad to go pick the shoe.
That is true.
My parents don't know about sneakers like that.
They don't even live here.
Yeah, that. But even my brother is not into fashion like that. My sister is into makeup and beauty, so no one in my house give a fuck about sneakers.
Yeah.
So it's like it's either I take that risk getting my ass whooped over these sneakers, or try to catch it on the back end.
You would go by yourself?
Because I was the only person that cared, and when the line gets crazy, I get intimidated. Unless I'm close enough to get the shoe and secure it, I just walk away, and I'm like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm not
with
doing
No, we always had a group. Always
Yeah.
at least like
see,
7, 8.
and
That's
that's a luxury.
it. That's a luxury.
But that's the
there's
thing. We
people that
built
we
that,
met,
though.
exactly.
Yeah, we built that. Like, it's not like we had it from the jump. Like I said, my first camp out was a Space Jam, and then after that, the first camp out that really kind of like we were camping out for other stuff, but the camp out that kind of solidified it was the Galaxy camp out.
Bro, I'm about to get to that.
That's where yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to get. So basically, my experience with camping, I said fuck it early because first of all, with Palm Beach, the sneaker scene in Palm Beach wasn't as big as in Fort Lauderdale, Broward, and Miami. We had like Got Soul, shouts out to like Eric Renzo and the whole Got Soul clique, but like and Ben, but. So we had Boynton Mall, Gardens Mall, Wellington Mall. Thing is, Gardens Mall is like it's too big. We don't even know what door you go into camp. And Wellington Mall, they always had like one line, but the thing is, they always had like very like minimal pairs. The mall that had the most pairs was always Boynton. And everyone knows if you're a Palm Beach native, Boynton gets busy. So every time you go to Boynton Mall at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, it's the same group of niggas, all got wicks. They got their freaking baby with them in the stroller. Like, they was freaking 10 toes down every Saturday, bro. So it was basically like, we said fuck it early. But literally, the sneakers that I think the sneaker game changed forever after the Galaxy Foam release. So how was that night when you guys got the Galaxy Foams?
A lot of people, cops.
Yeah.
But that's not the craziest camp out.
Yeah.
The Miami
Really?
night, I think, was worse. So
The Miami night was pretty bad.
what we would have to do is, so we basically had we had a structure. So because we were still in school at the time, so we would and people had to work. So we made agreements with everyone in the line, like, you know, when you need to go,
Yeah, we were
you can
very
go
civil.
and come back for a few hours because
Communication.
you're not gonna be there a whole
Yeah,
week. Like, let's be realistic. You're not gonna be sitting there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's just not possible. You need to go home. You have family. You have
shower.
school. Exactly.
Yeah.
But we would sleep there. We'd sleep there in the morning. We'd leave to go to school, and then
And if we ain't have to
5
work,
6, we would
yeah,
come back.
if we ain't had to work, it was like, yo, thug it out throughout the day. We go shower, come right back. Like, it was like that. Like, I was working at McDonald's at the time, and sorry, I was working at McDonald's at the time, and it was kind of like a show. But I would call him, like, I'd be like in the back cooking, and I'd be like, yo, Axel, what's good with the spots? You there? Like,
Yeah,
we'd
and I'll
hold
be
it
like,
down
yo,
for each
what's
other,
good with
too.
the nuggets? You bringing them?
He said we need to live.
Yo, I remember I brought McDonald's a few times, but
His pocket's stuffed with nuggets. I remember.
That's great.
I can picture that
Yo,
too. That's crazy.
no, you know it's crazy because
Like Napoleon Dynamite with the
working at
tater tots.
McDonald's, I used to be in the thing. For some reason, one day I was like, yo, I want to have some nuggets, but I want the camera to see me, you know. So I stuck the nuggets in my pocket, and I was just like eating them. Like, I was a kid, bro. I was crazy.
Like this, eating nuggets
Bro,
out of
eating
his
it with
pocket.
the little sweet and sour right then. I'll dip it. It probably had some lint or some shit from
Bro,
my
you know
pocket.
how much
Yo, crazy,
oh
crazy,
my
crazy.
God,
Was it that
crazy
shit?
Crazy. No, but then it's funny because then I see a Pharrell interview and he used to work at McDonald's. He did the same
remember,
shit.
yeah.
So it's like I was like, yo, this is funny as hell. Like, damn, I ain't the only one. So it's like it was all funny, but yeah, it was like that, bro. It was like we had to hold it down for each other and then building those relationships with the people in line, and they'll hold it down for us. You know, it was like good communication.
Bro, I literally was watching like that YouTube video and I saw like Axel was wearing you were wearing your glasses. Like you guys were like, I could see you guys were rotating. I'm like, bro, they really gonna be here for a fucking week.
Yeah.
And that's nothing. We camped out. After that drop, we camped out like 4 days thinking the Yeezy 2 was going to come out.
It was like a whole week. We had spent almost the whole week.
And the Foot Locker people were telling us, no, we're not getting them. But, you know, Foot Locker, sometimes they be
They be
lying.
capping, yeah. They be capping.
So,
Yeah,
we
they
were
definitely.
there.
I feel like they got them. They definitely had at least 12 pairs, and they last minute they told us that they didn't get them. You know,
Employees,
like yeah, like they for sure. I could I'll probably cut my finger off and that they backdoored a few. Because them shoes are crazy. Like, everyone wanted the Solar Reds.
I think there was two sneaker moments back then. That was the most bossy shit I've seen back in the day. One, it was Sean. I think Sean Sai, when he's one of the first people to wear mags to like a DXC.
Yeah.
That was one, and it was Axel when you wore the Galaxy foams to that DXC. I think the Galaxy
Same
foams,
day it came out.
The Galaxy foams released the same day DXC, and you freaking wore them to DXC,
Yep.
and everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
Some guy offered me a car for them.
We had we went together with.
Nah, you didn't go. You didn't. I think you had to work.
car.
Some guy offered me like a Honda or something like that, and I was like, nah. They offered me like $3,000. They offered me a lot of money for them, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's insane.
That's
But
wild.
that wasn't even the craziest camp out. The Miami night camp out
I seen
was crazy.
because when you guys were like posting videos, and I was watching them, I'm like, bro, these dudes is nuts, but they get in pairs.
Yeah, no, the Nike Town camp out was smooth, but when we went to House of Hoops, because Nike Town used to give out wristbands.
Yeah. Like the day before
Niggas was buying them
they'd
shits
give
at
you,
Walmart.
Yeah. The day before they'd give you a wristband, and then there was like 100
right-
plus people in line. Like, literally, there's a clip on YouTube. I dug for it and I found it because it was so old, and then I found it's literally a video of somebody just going in their car recording.
But
the
they
whole
would give
time.
you the wristband the day before.
Yeah.
So we'd get the wristband. The shoe came out Friday. From there, we went straight to House of Hoops, and we started camping out there. And, bro, the cops kicked everyone out, and they didn't go by the list. And what they would do, they had everyone line up. So you literally saw like 200 people lined up.
You been
And
to
they
Dayland
they
before?
started
I
picking.
know that's too far for me.
They started picking people out. All right, you can get them. You can get them. Whoever they wanted, random people. You want to get them? Go get them. So we had a boy, Alec. Shouts out to Alec. So he like kind of got pissed, and he was like back talking to cops, and the cop was like, nah, you gotta go. You gotta go. He goes into his car, changes, and puts on a hoodie. Comes back in the line, stands quiet as fuck, and the guy's like, "You want him? Go get him." And he went went to go get
The
him.
same
bro.
cop that told him
That's
to
crazy.
leave, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So I have a question. So obviously the sneakers, being a sneakerhead was different in the 2010s as in being in 2022. Like, I want to ask this to everybody. How do you feel about sneaker culture today? Would you rather today's sneaker culture or back then? Because you got to remember, back then there was no like sneaker apps. There was no StockX, no GOAT, no freaking, I don't know, all the 10,000 apps that's out there. And even back then, you wouldn't even have to, shoe events was a lot better back then too. But then again, it's like even today, you don't have to go in full interaction with people today. So how do you guys feel about sneaker culture today?
I honestly think it's a circus, bro. There's a lot of just like resale going on. Like, that's mainly what it is. Like, people are no longer buying because they like. Obviously, if you're a collector and you like it, you buy it. But like, mainly everybody just buying to resell. Like, it's insane for sure.
I mean, I prefer back then just because, as we stated earlier, that it was a lot easier to get the shoe if you really wanted it. You put in the work and you camp out. And like you said, everyone is reselling. You go on Instagram, how many resale pages do you see now? How many resale shops have opened in
that's another
Miami
thing,
the
yeah.
last 2 or 3 years?
All of Florida, really. There's like
there's
10
at
in
least-
Palm Beach.
There's at least 10 in Miami, easy.
Yeah.
At least 10.
And also, we had Flight Club back then.
Oh, yeah.
People forgot about Flight Club, but we used to go to get our pricing from there. Oh, how much is it going if we wanted to sell it? Oh, look, it's going for $2,000 on Flight Club. Like, that's what they had. They had every shoe at like super
true.
expensive. So we ain't have the StockX, but we did have that. But it's definitely changed. It's gotten more like with StockX. I feel like
Accessible, yeah.
it helps out so much because it's like very detailed. They show you the tracking of it, how many sales, etc.
I do like the shoes now, though, as opposed to the ones back then. Like, I think the collaborations now are more fire, like all the Off-Whites. I'd prefer, like, maybe it's just me, but before I buy a Tiffany Dunk and spend $3,000 on it, I'd buy,
A Louis shoe.
nah, not even, bro. Maybe like a Lot 1 or a Lot 50 or both,
Okay.
because what you're spending on the Tiffany, you can have both of those.
That's true.
I just think the shoes now, I don't know, I feel like and also they're wearable. The problem, these in 5 years, I probably won't even be able to wear them because you already
That's
know how they
facts.
start crumbling.
Yeah. What about you, Cheech?
I definitely like not the structure of back then, but the feel of back then. because like you were buying sneakers, you were hunting down the sneakers that you wanted, and I mean obviously if you wanted them bad enough and your face was good, then you know you get blessed by the sneaker gods every once in a while. You know, with access now, it makes it a little easier for the people that has the money to say, fuck it, I'm gonna just order it anyway. But I feel like back then you were in love with the shoe so much that you could detect like if the shoe is fake or not. Like that resale culture birthed like bots. It birthed like raffles, which are annoying to me as fuck.
Online raffles.
Yeah, online raffles especially.
He won one though.
Man, it's so far in between.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like now it's just like, I think it's predatory, especially towards young kids. Because, we have homies with sneaker stores, brands, and stuff like that. For the kid that doesn't know, that did not put in the 10,000 hours on YouTube to study the shoe, glorify the shoe, have a picture of it as their screensaver because they wanted it so bad, you could get scammed easy. You could go on any, kids are savvy with the internet, but they don't have the street knowledge that we did.
The influence too with all the artists and celebrities. Kylie Jenner puts on a dunk and it shoots up $1,000.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Bro.
Same thing with Travis. I mean,
Virgil, passed. You saw his shoes go up. It's just like I said. It's a mess, bro. There's so much like going. Obviously, there's so many dope shoes coming out. But as far as getting your hands on a pair, it's hard, bro.
I like the structure of today, but the feel of back then for sure.
Yeah, it felt so good when you like
finally
when we would camp out for 3 days
and you're checking out.
and
Here's
we're
the
checking
cash,
out, bro. We're dirty as hell, sweaty, fucking
And
smelling
we
like
wanted
shit.
to stunt. Like, we
wanted to
wanted to
stunt.
be like the freshest person at school. We wanted like, oh, damn, like the threes drop. Everybody in school about to have them. All right, cool. I'm just about to bust out those Jeremy Scott leopards. Like, it was like, whoa, like, where'd you get these? Like, but you put in the work. You feel good about yourself because you didn't know I slept 3 days in Miami with no water to get these shoes. But no, now you feel me? I'm in school looking for.
With me, like, it's like to wrap up sneaker talk. I actually prefer today's culture a lot more. One is like it's a lot safer because
See, no,
right,
I have
wait,
to
wait.
put.
Let me finish my point. Let me finish my fucking point. Hold on, Chief. Hold on.
That's cap.
Let me finish my point. So basically, the sneaker game is a lot safer today because for all the people I know, sneaker meetups was not the safest thing to do because. Let's be real.
And those December Jordan releases.
December Jordan releases. So now we're at a time now, especially with COVID, we don't even have to interact with sneakers. That could be a good and a bad thing. You don't have to get heckled by a freaking dude at a shoe event. Hey, bro, I'll buy them shits off your feet right now. Like, fam, I'm with my girl. I'm not gonna walk around barefoot when I got my lady right here. That's one. And on top of that, I don't gotta leave my house.
Yeah, I feel like if you have the money to like have that luxury, at least like you make enough to say, hey, look, I'm gonna just buy it on StockX or whatnot, or so you don't have to go through the trouble of all that. Then beautiful, But obviously for the younger kids that like are trying to get into it, that's where it becomes the issue,
See, and and not to shit on eBay, but eBay is not our only source anymore because how many people got scammed off eBay?
They do have that authenticity guarantee now, though.
Now, but in 2010,
but Gary, you speak from a privileged perspective.
Exactly.
Like I like to tell people,
In a
I
way.
know you in real life. So here's
Okay.
my thing. Number one, you have family and friends that know you into this shit. So even if you can't get something, you get lucky that way. Number two, you've worked at a sneaker store. Half of these shoes that you have, you didn't really have to fight for them like that unless you had to go get them from another store, deal with somebody you don't know. You built so much relationships, having your YouTube channel for so long, knowing people that work in stores, knowing managers. So you saying that is crazy to me, not having friends in a sneaker store and really have to put an extra 50 on 200 to get a pair that I really want.
I got something to back that now. So basically, back then in the 2010, 2011, you got to remember, a lot of niggas didn't have a computer. So if you went to Foot Locker, the shoe not there, you ass out.
True.
You literally ass out. You have literally today you have access to purchase any shoe in the world. That privilege is better than anything.
It's definitely become more accessible for sure. Like I said, if you have the money, then you're
more
golden.
expensive.
But exactly, if you have the money to drop, then you golden. But if you don't, then you're not. And like I'm gonna be real. Like everybody complaining about gas prices. It's like
Complain about StockX.
Exactly. Complain about all these prices going crazy.
Processing fee.
I honestly feel like the whole pricing and stuff is way overboard. Like people are hyping it way too much. But hey, what can we do, bro? It's fashion. You know, it's hyped. Celebrities are pushing it harder every day. So what can we do?
You should. All right.
Anything sells now. Anything. You can sell anything now.
Yeah.
They should.
Shit. Well, you guys are familiar with podcasting, right? This is your first time doing a podcast, but do you guys watch podcasts?
Here and there.
Okay.
I do.
But you're
Joe
familiar
Rogan
with
and
the
stuff.
concept of what podcasting is and stuff like that. So lately, I don't know if you guys pay attention online, women have been bashing dudes that have a podcast. Because, I mean, just like any other platform, you get dudes that come on here and entertain people. Then you get people like The Fit and what's that shit?
Fresh and Fit.
Fresh and Fit that did that wild shit a few weeks back and shit like that. But my thing is, when do we ever have something for us as men, right? Because I've been watching TV for a long time, and I've seen women represented in every facet. I've seen Sharon Osbourne, I've seen Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres, I've watched The Talk, The View, all we have is ESPN, Battle Rap, and Steve Harvey. When we finally find something that we enjoy and we're good at, it's why can't we have something? It's crazy. Podcasting has been trashed all week. Oh, we need more electricians. Why do guys always want to talk about their feelings on a podcast? This is self-expression.
Yeah,
You
for
wonder why we keep everything in and we explode. What do you guys feel about just self-expression? And do you feel like more men should be in this space?
I honestly feel, I'm going to be real, as far as podcasts, from my perspective, I listen to a lot of Andy Frisella, Joe Rogan, Gary Vee. I listen to a lot of those people. So I feel like the podcast world is really dominated by men. But yes, you're right. There is a lot of women that do have, a lot of big platforms. You have Ellen, you have Oprah, et cetera, et cetera. But I feel like it's a balance, bro. I feel like if you focus in on that, that's when it kind of you start seeing the problem, because there's so many things around, bro. If I were to sit here and tell you how many people, I feel like as far as expression, hey, bro, if women want to have a podcast, have a podcast. If
No,
men
they could, but this is my thing. I'm speaking strictly from the outlet's perspective, because I feel let me speak from my experience only. I don't want to get nobody in trouble, right? I feel like women want to have their lives, right? Their daily lives, have their entertainment on the side, whatever they do for fun with their friends, and then have you. When they get to you, they don't want you to be consumed by anything else.
Yeah, they want
your full when you're around them, it's yo, I be hanging out at the house, I could have company, but I'll put a show on or something. It's the energy in the room changes. Why?
Yeah.
I have a take, but I want to hear Axel's take first if you have
No,
one.
go ahead.
With me now, it's gonna sound fucked up. Women are jealous. I'm sorry, because the thing is, I feel like I had this convo actually with my girlfriend. I said, I think the reason why women get upset when a lot of men are doing podcasts is because we just establishing that we have another source of fun and another source of how we can kind of we're okay being by ourselves for a couple moments. We all know men have a lot of different hobbies. We love to watch sports. We will watch podcasts. We'll freaking watch music, movies. Basically growing up, that men, we just naturally realize on how to be okay by ourselves first before
and using everything as a source of fun, pretty much.
Everything is a source of fun. But as far as because I grew up around a lot of women. To this day, I don't know what women do for fun, at least by themselves.
Just to kind of add in on that, and
I'm not even trying to sound like a misogynist, but I just naturally don't know what women do on their spare time.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't think it's a jealous thing. It can be. There could be some of that. I'm not too sure, but I feel like it's more women worry more, right? And I'm gonna get to it. Why the women worry more than men, right? Us men, we're more I'll get it done. I'll wash the dish later. I'll pick up the trash later. I'll throw it away. It's not that deep.
So we'll sleep
but
it off.
women, they this speaking from my girl's perspective, is they so you said, they want your attention. They want to feel like they're secured. So I feel like maybe that comes from that. Like,
But what do you think? Just like Gary said, what do you think women do for fun?
At least by
That's-
themselves.
by
Not with the
themselves.
women, by
By
themselves.
themselves.
That's the
By
main
themselves,
question.
that's
Instagram, TikTok,
either Instagram.
become
Thank you to
Instagram
TikTok.
Oh,
detectives. That's what. See
TikTok.
who you're following.
Yeah.
See whose pictures you're liking.
So far we came up with TikTok and Instagram. Wow.
No, but girls out, my
don't
girl
wanna
be
be-
on Sex in the City, fucking
TV
watching
shows,
all these
okay.
Netflix shows, all these chick flicks, so I feel like, depends on the girl too, but that's how my girl kind of relieves her stress. She, like, hates when I'm on Call of Duty. Like, she'd be like,
she could be watching her shows for hours.
no,
and you don't
yeah,
care.
exactly. She
Women
watch
hate seeing men fun.
yeah, like, having fun, like, you gotta work, motherfucker.
We
Like,
can't play. We can't play.
it'd be like, I have to sneak away.
You know what? I'm
at
glad
1
we're
in the morning.
sitting right here because that the fight you have with him, that's the fight I have with this guy.
Hilarious. It's funny, we're both wearing black and he's wearing
Yeah, they're wearing like that blue shirts.
That's hilarious. Nah, but I think it's that. It's a mix of like them wanting them wanting your attention and you being the man of that, like the house or like, But I haven't heard too much of that. I'm gonna look into that. As far as like women being like tripping about other men having podcasts.
Yeah, because I just look at it as self-expression. And I think the deeper rooted issue, like not to make it serious, I feel like it's like, oh, so you can sit with your homeboy and talk for an hour straight, but you can't have a full conversation with me.
We've all heard that for sure.
But again, me and Gary could sit here, like, I've been to Gary's house plenty of times and he puts a movie on and we watch the movie. We don't necessarily have to say anything like to each other. Like if it's something serious that bothers him and it affects me, we'll talk about it. Yeah. But typically, like, you don't go to your boy and explain your day like that unless you guys got that bond.
Women are
like,
more.
If you guys have a business together, you guys can talk about the numbers. But you're not walking in like, dude, I stubbed my toe, bro. Fuck.
How was your day today, Chris?
Yeah,
How was
like,
your day?
you're not doing that.
Are you tired?
Let me give you a back rub.
Yeah,
Like,
let me take your shoes off.
that would be nuts. Let me unlace your sneakers.
You hungry, Chris? Did you eat?
So it's like I feel like, dude, like we can't just be expressive with other male figures unless you're under your titty. But
I do agree on like if you are in a relationship or like women like just let your man do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Let him play Call of Duty.
Let him do his thing. He'll figure it out. Just obviously you gotta have your ducks in a row. But besides that, let us play Call of Duty, bro.
Hey, don't get in trouble because of him. Trust me, I know where you're going.
No,
Stop being parole officers.
All right. Next subject. I know where he's talking to. That's the thing.
All right.
Wait, can I bring this one in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because obviously, are y'all both born and raised in Miami?
Yeah.
So obviously, you guys are aware of spring break. You guys probably had your fair share of spring break moments. Now I got to ask y'all, what are the rules for spring break in Miami at least?
If you
for
live
people out of town, coming from out of town,
don't come to Miami. That's it. That's the only rule. Stay home and trash wherever the hell you live. Don't come.
We got too many turtles here, bro. Like I'll be messing up.
And if you're from Miami, the one rule during spring break, don't go to the beach.
Now it's a good question because the question I got to ask y'all now is, do you consider South Beach Miami?
Yeah, pretty much it is.
It's part of Miami, but like I don't go there at least unless it's work.
I don't go there either, but South Beach is Miami. When you think Miami, that's all you think about, especially if you're from...
If you're a tourist,
from a local standpoint.
From a local standpoint, no, definitely not, bro. Miami is so many cultures, so many people, so many hoods, like so many neighborhoods that are just...
I think a good analogy for that I just thought about is like somebody that has a pickup truck or has a pool. Like, you don't use it unless you have to. Or like your company, like if I know you have a pickup truck, I got to move, I'm going to call you. Yeah. Or, back in high school, like my homie that had a pool at his house, I would go and be excited about the pool and he'd be like, yeah, bro, it's a pool.
Yeah, because they're used to it.
So I feel like we're looking at South Beach like, fam, it's not that deep. But people are like, that's coming from fucking Michigan that has never seen sun in water. Oh my God. I can see sand. Relax.
Have you guys been on a cruise?
Oh, of course, yeah.
I haven't.
Bro, I ain't gonna
Like,
lie.
cruise ships were right there. Like, you know, like, same shit. Like,
You ever been on a cruise?
Oh yeah, always.
Bro, cruise is freaking lit, bro. Because
They're the best.
when you're on a cruise, you feel like you're just in another dimension. You're away from reality.
For real.
You can eat as much
gotta
as
go.
you want. You can do
Get
whatever you want.
drunk as you want. There's no cameras because there's cameras, but it's like there's not really Wi-Fi like that.
And if you're with your girl, straight to the room. You don't gotta.
Lit.
You don't gotta go anywhere else.
No small
The
talk.
room is walking distance.
Literally.
I like his style. I like Axel, man.
so.
We got
You don't know
to
if they
kick it, Axel.
I remember I went on a cruise, and the cruise was 2 weeks, and it had left us in
been that
Europe,
long, huh?
and I had to cut my hair. Bro, I literally walked down, cut my hair, went right back up. The
That's
easiest
dope.
haircut I've ever gotten.
I gotta go on a cruise.
Yeah, cruises is freaking lit.
But I'll say, man, study Miami, do your research. Parking is a bitch. Miami drivers are already crazy.
Yo, South Beach parking
Just
is
learn
crazy.
where you're going, pretty much. Like, don't just come here and willy-nilly cross the street. Like, before you get a rental, I know the Lamborghinis and the fly cars look dope. But if you don't know how to drive Miami style, and I know you guys know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
just take it easy. Just Uber it wherever you gotta go.
and I gotta ask like Miami locals this question, like, cause I went to like Central Florida for a little bit, like around the Kissimmee and like Melbourne area, and like obviously like we kind of consider those places kind of like the boondocks, like those like the outskirts. Now, what do y'all consider Palm? Do you guys consider Palm Beach the boondocks?
Honestly, we don't come here
At all.
like, at all.
Well, thanks for the love.
Palm Beach, bro. Shout out to Palm Beach for sure.
We don't really talk about Palm Beach.
It-
I
it's-
mean, unless
yo.
we're going to Rapids.
Yeah,
That's the only
That's
time
crazy.
I
I
talk
don't
about
Wait,
even-
there's
we
only
don't-
rapids in Palm Beach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
no,
West
it-
Palm Beach.
Yeah, it's in West Palm Beach. Yeah.
Yeah, it's by my house.
We be laughing at it because there be so many ratchet shit
Yeah.
still happening
Oh,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Well,
That's
I haven't
pretty
been there
ratchet,
since a
bro.
kid. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, I be going. That's the only time I go to West Palm Beach. Other
that
than
or
that-
we were recently here for that sneaker show, Soul Fest. We were here recently, but yeah, definitely you guys are far as hell from us.
So one last question I have for y'all. Are y'all aware of the impact y'all had on the South Florida sneaker community?
Yes, we were aware once we started going out places and kids and all types of people would be like, "Yo, you're from Kick Squad, right?" You know, and then it's crazy to see that because we're not celebrities or nothing, but at least locally, a lot of sneakerheads or people that are into the culture know about us. For sure, we were aware. As far as locally.
Yeah, and actually, it still happens now. When we were at 305 Day, we had a couple of people come up, and they would say,
They go
"I saw
crazy.
Kick Squad on the sign. I doubt it was you guys. Like, it can't be." And they'd see us and be like, "Damn, like you guys really came back." And there's actually a funny story. I'm Puerto Rican, so I go to Puerto Rico
I
often.
can hear the accent.
And I went to a place that had a chalk wall, and I wrote Kick Squad Miami, really big. And 2 days later, someone sent it to us.
Yeah, they took a picture and sent it to us.
That's dope.
Yeah. But as far as locally, for sure, we felt the presence, we felt the love from people. Shout out to everybody always saying what's up. If you guys want to say what's up, feel more than free. We're cool as hell. We'll take a picture with you if you want. If not, it's cool. We'll just top it up.
And we're not
You know what I mean?
celebrities.
Yeah, we're not
We're
celebrities.
just normal guys
Yeah.
that have shoes. That's it.
Yeah, we're
Pretty much.
we might look serious, but we joke a lot, maybe a little too much sometimes. But yeah, overall, we've enjoyed everything so far.
Yeah, that's the. Oh, you say Cheech?
Oh, no. The last thing I just want to ask is like, I think my last thing is like, what's the next step? Like, obviously you guys have different ventures and other things that your hands are involved in. Like, what can people do to support you guys and, so you guys can push the culture and the movement
I know
forward?
you guys have your different like business ventures as well.
Yeah, just talk about it for a little bit so people could know.
Yeah. Well, you want to go actually?
Are we talking about like our own separate ventures? Or?
Yes,
Or
bro.
both.
Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Well, for Kick Squad, I mean, if you want to support us, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I mean, we're everywhere. At Kick Squad Miami, we got the candles. We have merch coming out. I mean, we have shoes that we buy, sell, trade. If you need to sell your shoes, you can hit us up on Instagram, send us a DM. But, I mean, yeah, we're just going all out, hopefully. Hopefully it, pops
Yeah.
up.
We're over here. Like the way I like to think is like we're putting in the work to like pop off into the bigger masses and stuff. But yeah, as far as as far as like, what we do, I'm the way I'm trying to involve Kick Squad more. I'm a video director, so I do a lot of music videos. I've shot countless artists. I don't know if you want me to name them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Talk your shit.
go ahead.
Pop your shit.
I'm very like I'm very humble, but basically I've shot a lot of people. French Montana, recently Moneybag Yo, Doja Cat, Lunch Money, Lewis, local artist, amazing, super talented. It's been a blessing, bro. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of stress, a lot of ups and downs. But hey, bro, you gotta keep pushing, And as far as Kick Squad, I want to start incorporating it more into my video shoots and stuff. Like, the other day I was in Atlanta shooting Ludacris, and I asked him for I asked him for a shout out, and he said, yo, I can't shout you out. I guess he's signed, he has brands and deals and stuff, so he couldn't shout us out. Maybe it was tied into something, but he gave us a video which went viral on TikTok. It's
almost 300,000 views.
Yeah, like
and it's gotten us like 2,000 followers.
And yeah, man, I just feel like we're trying to bring in the hip hop culture, and the music culture within our sneaker community, and bring in what we have to the table. We have the sneaker candles, which are a big part of what we're doing right now. Oh, sorry about that. It's a big part of what we're doing right now. Where people are going insane with that. At the 305 day, it was an event for 305. It was March 5th. People were going crazy. We had one guy, he bought 4 off of us. He says, yo, I need them. And I guess he was using them as gifts or whatnot, but people were going crazy, bro. We're just trying to, add to the culture little by little.
That's what's up.
Thanks again, both of you guys for coming.
Oh, for sure, bro. Thank you
I
guys.
appreciate y'all for taking the drive, man, because I
I
know
know
that
Florida
traffic sucks.
Yeah,
Thank you guys.
you guys owe us, for sure $40.
Only my dog
Yes.
hanging.
I'm so sorry. No.
It was behind the bag. Nobody can see.
But so yeah, of course, I definitely had to have you guys on here, man, because like I said, I've been into shoes probably around 2010, and seeing you guys your guys' workflow, being at every camp out, being at every shoe event, just making your brand. And the thing is that I remember on that freaking Facebook page, NDSBG Battle Zone, whatever, you guys put Miami on the map for I guess hey, we know about fashion too, not just sneakers, against New York. So it was good to see Miami and South Florida on a bigger scale in the fashion and sneaker scene. So
yeah, there's definitely, bro, for sure. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you for having us here. But there's definitely a big sneaker culture down here. We have, I feel like Florida, Miami, and Broward, Miami-Dade County and Broward, there's so many hidden gems. We have boys that have literally PEs and just crazy amount of shoes that you would never even think of, and they've showed it to us, and we're like, yo, this is crazy, and we get a lot of traffic, believe it or not. A lot of stuff come through Florida, has to come through Florida. So
have you guys ever, random question, I know we gotta go, but have you guys ever ran across a PJ Tucker down there, or hung out with anybody that is known for having some heat at all times?
Or it seems I know
Perfect
Fat Joe lives in
Pair,
Miami.
yeah,
Fat Joe.
Fat Joe at SneakerCon recently, we gave him
he
we gave him
shouted us out.
an Air Force One
That's
candle.
fire.
We had it for him. He shouted us out. We put that on our Instagram, and I ran into Mike Bibby. I don't know if you guys remember. Mike Bibby's been huge.
Heard he's huge.
I used to work at the Four Seasons Hotel down in Brickell, and they had an NBA contract, and all the NBA players would come. Derrick Rose. I've met literally almost every Paul Pierce. I gave Paul Pierce a locker during the Heat or championship. I was like, yo, you think you're gonna win tonight? He was, oh no, let's see. I'm like, all right, let's see, bro. You give him the little you ain't gonna beat Miami. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna beat Miami with LeBron.
Miami. He hates
yeah,
Miami.
yeah, that's when we had LeBron. We had Bosh and Wade, obviously. But yeah, we've ran into so many celebrities and so many people, and that's why we doing this, bro, because we feel like we're destined, this shit's gonna blow.
We actually gave a candle to Mike Amiri.
Mike Amiri, yes, Mike
Damn.
Amiri.
Founder of Amiri.
Yeah, shout out to you, Axel, for sure.
He posted it on the story, too.
He called me, he's like, yo, bro, Mike Amiri's here, bro, I need a fucking candle.
He was cool as fuck.
I'm like, bro, I'm literally in the middh of an edit session, let me see if I can do it. And whatever, I drove down, brought him the candle, he gave it to me, and the next 2-3 days, he tagged us on Instagram.
Yeah,
That's
man.
dope. That's
So
love.
Yeah, one thing about Miami, you're always gonna see a celebrity, especially
of
in
course.
Wynwood and Design District. I saw Moneybag Yo the other day.
Yeah.
Always
that's
people there.
fucking funny. So right before we leave, shout out your Instagrams. Where can people find you? The TikTok.
So yeah, guys, basically everything's at Kick Squad Miami. That's Kick Squad Miami all together. And yeah, guys,
Instagram,
kicksquadmiami.com.
YouTube.
Yep, our website
Subscribe
as well.
to us on YouTube. We have early reviews, campouts, anything
Yeah,
hype.
we're gonna
there.
definitely dive in more into the YouTube now. Since I do videos, obviously it just makes sense. So we're gonna dive in deep into that.
Not only shoes, clothes too, hype clothes, anything hype, we're there.
Stay tuned. We have some crazy stuff in the works. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for having us again.
Guys.
Of course,
Appreciate
man.
you,
That's
Cheech
all
and Gary.
right, man.
Thank you.
I hope to
Appreciate
come by and check y'all out when I'm down there. I'm actually gonna
Yeah.
be down there soon for a Cat Williams concert.
Oh,
So
fire.
I forgot.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna pull up.
we're gonna be down there.
Yeah, we'll link up. Just hit us up. We'll
it.
link up.
shit.
We'll catch some food or
That's
something.
love, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
y'all.
man.
Thank you, bro.
My niggas really
Thank you, bro.
showed up, bro. So what do you go by, man?
I go by the name of Cheech, aka now you finally saw the geeky and nerdy version of us talking about sneakers and shit. But yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. Like, this is inspiring to me, so this is dope.
This is inspiring to us. Like the fact that you guys have this and so consistent with it, definitely like humbles us and tells us like, yo, like we need to get to work. You know what I mean? Like,
And we also pushing the YouTube because we
Yep,
do
of course.
numbers on the audio. We just trying to make sure the visuals match the aesthetics of the show and the optics.
one thing, can I add on to something?
Yeah.
One thing I want to say, bro, is like, shout out to Blank Score Productions. That's another. It's a company out of LA. I'm signed under. I'm represented by them as a director. So shout out to them. One of the biggest companies in LA. Shout out to Edgar and all the boys over there. But yeah, guys, you gotta stay positive in life. You know, stay strong, stay hard. Like always, bro. Keep that mentality up there. You know, because things could happen, shit could hit the fan. But as long as you know how to control your ship, you'll be straight. You know what I mean? So don't worry about if you ain't got no money, if you ain't got nothing. If you got an idea, put it out to the world. That shit'll come back 10 times fold. You know, like for sure it'll come back to you. You just gotta put that good energy. You know what I mean?
I like that.
And I go by the name of Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, aka Proud Floridian, sneakerhead, sneaker nerd, whatever you want to call me. And this has been the
These
These are the
Aesthetics.
aesthetics, man. We'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.